Hi, everybody. I'm Yolanda Marie. I do have some messages for you this week. This has been coming. These messages have been trickling in, and one channeling came, just a channeled message from the Arcturians, but very, very important. In fact, I made it into bullet points to make sure I don't miss anything. And they do have there's a channeled message that's going to be coming for the entire human collective, awakened, unawakened, everything in between, really, really soon. First of all, I want to say I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you're taking care of yourselves, loving yourselves. We're going to talk a little bit about that because there is such a weight. And here they are. So make sure, if it's in alignment with you, to just set an intention to receive these frequencies and this code to help bring you into alignment and bring the clarity of the message, and also discern the message through your heart, because you are the discerner. You are your own medium, discerner, channeler, message bringer. This message, or any of these messages that come through me to you, are from you to you. You have called them forward, okay? So just know you hold the power. Open your heart and discern through your heart what this means and how it applies to you, okay? Many of you already know this. I may be preaching to the choir, right? What they say. All right. But they wanted to say that. They wanted me to say that. Okay, so here is the message from the Arcturians, okay? All right. Now, the question I had, and this is why this message came through, because I had a question. I asked, how do we gain congruence with our highest soul perspective, or perspectives, however you think of it, okay? And these are all semantics, but how do we get congruence there? Now, this is what they said, okay? Open your hearts to each other. This is congruent in itself. Okay, this is what they said to me, and I am quoting them. They say, you have come here to do this. This is what you came here to do, is what they're saying. Your aspects of each other, right, all know themselves. They each know themselves, and they each know each other. Now pay attention to that, as all of these rumblings are going on, and whatever conflict wants to arise, okay, due to the planetary alignments, which are a mirror image of what we are calling forth, right? We're running this show. But now the higher perspectives each know each other. All right? They know themselves and they know each other. They understand the fleeting concepts passing you by now. And I quoted them there, the fleeting concepts, okay? We say fleeting, and I'm quoting them because indeed it will be fleeting, and in the blink of an eye. You will understand the meaning for a lot of the goings on. And they say, do not tarry here is the word they used. Do not tarry here long. Do not wait here with all of this stuff, is what they're referring to. Very long with unnecessary attention where it does not belong. All right? And they say, of course, there are no mistakes. If your attention is momentarily somewhere that it does not prefer to be from higher soul perspective, then this is going to be a brief detour, is what they say. And they say, you're still going to come back around to the same place. And they say, know yourselves. That is the quickest way to come through this. Know yourselves. And this is and I'm quoting them, know your own energy. So see how that resonates, that statement with you. Okay? See how that resonates. They say, know yourselves and know your energy. Understand what your energy prefers. Your energy prefers resonance with heightened objectives. It prefers heightened observance. It does not prefer the muck and the mire, the way that the human is congruent with the muck and the mire and observes it, okay? And they say humans are merely accustomed to this behavior in terms of focus. All right, so remember, and this is my favorite part that they say here, remember, you are both creating and becoming the new human. Sit with that for a moment. Look at it from that perspective for a moment. You are both creating and becoming this new human. And then after all of that, they just say, that's all. No need to worry or linger on this. That's what they said to me and through me. This was a voice channel. They say, that's all. No need to worry or linger on this. And I just thought, wow, and the weight just lifted. So sit with that for just a moment and see if there are any weights around you or even in your area, in your vicinity, right? Coming from other directions, really, is more likely what's happening, okay? Any of that weight, see if that doesn't lift. I can feel them right now, all in here. Whew, yeah, see if you can feel. Some of you may be able to feel what's coming through right now. All right. And so now here are some overall messages just to add to that, okay, from the Arcturians and my guides collectively. And then I think we'll stop after this. There are some more messages, but it would get really long with those. But now these are some more important things. Now these messages are connected to this, of course, and you can apply them to what the Arcturians just talked about. But they really want you to apply them to anything. These messages came out before the Arcturians answered to my question, okay? Because that's basically what happened there. All right. So overall, they're saying, remember, you are in the newness of you right now. What we just talked about, right? And they say, in fact, this is going to continue through many cycles. And so when there's a habit or a pattern of behavior showing up, okay, maybe over processing, too much in your head, maybe, not remembering to get your heart involved, things of that nature, just things that feel like old stuff, okay? They say when patterns of behavior show up, and that was just an example, could be anything, it is likely attributed to something that is now also new. Not the old patterns like what you think sneaking back in. It's a new connection of things coming in. And this isn't something to be worried about, like, oh no, I'm forming new behaviors and new things to work on. No, not necessarily. We're always going to be in a sort of ebb and a flow. That came up in some readings, I think, the ebb and the flow, right? So don't worry about that. It's not going to swing as low as it used to, if that makes sense. Your pendulum, okay? You're going to stay in a particular frequency with it, but yeah, you're still going to rock a little bit. And so what they're saying is, and they literally said, let us explain. As you are surrounded by these new energies, these new thought forms, including the manifestations that resulted from such, okay, from the new stuff, this could be coming from somewhere else, and they don't want you to go too far back to the past to try to pull things out again from that perspective, because you were at a different baseline at that point than you're at now, okay? And so basically it's another shift. It's moved up to a different set of circumstances. All right. So I don't want to leave anything out. They also said this can be about they named different habits. It could be about your appetite changing, the overthinking, exercise, even. They're just naming little things. Reactions, that's a big one right now. Reactions to your environment, okay, to other people, things like that. That might be a big one right now. And so they're saying do not automatically attribute this to what might have applied even last year. Even last month for some of you. Don't attribute it to that because you're already so new again. Remember that newness of you. Now, here's another big thing that they want to talk about. Keep manifesting forward. Keep that forward momentum in terms of what you're consciously trying to manifest. So once you know something is already coming in, like you can feel the evidence of a manifestation coming, right? And you're no longer the physical actor in it necessarily, right? And you know you're allowing that to come in, then just move forward to this next manifestation, like keep the ball rolling, so to speak. You're not leaving the other manifestation behind. It's coming. But just in other words, just keep this forward momentum because you're expanding out at such a rate. And this is going to help you not feel stagnant. Okay, of course, there's a balance there. So just maintain balance within that. Okay, that's my higher self coming in to say that. But yeah, they're saying keep manifesting forward. All right. And they also say, of course, do not get caught up in the surrounding energies of what's going on right now. Now, there was a higher self collective message that came in. And they're saying it's time to know yourselves. It's really time to love And the way it came through, I'm not sure they meant to use this word, right? Because it's coming through like my word. They're bringing things out of my mind to say, but love the mess out of yourselves. Love the mess out of yourselves. We do intend to say this. We do. They're saying love the mess out of yourselves right now. And then they give a really cool way of how to really get comfortable with loving yourself. Because some of you think that you are really loving yourself, but you're still coming to the point of truly understanding what that unconditional love of yourself really means. All right, so here's what they said to do. And this is going to apply to all of us, even if you already channel and get messages, or you're like a master meditator, because this is going to be basically based on meditation, the way this begins. But just listen and follow what they're saying, okay? Get alone with yourself and just listen. Just listen. This is where the meditation part comes in. All right, they're saying after you get done observing all of the thoughts that are recognizable as you, right? You may begin to hear some unfamiliar thoughts. All right, so this is where it gets good. All right, so if you have meditated or heard anything about how to begin meditating, many of you already meditate daily and in different ways. But one way to begin would be to observe your thoughts. Get alone, alone meaning just undisturbed. You don't really have to be alone, but undisturbed by outside things. And you observe your thoughts. You let them go without judgment. You let them flow without judgment. That's the beginning. This is what they're talking about. But they're saying, after you are done observing and recognizing what's you, the thoughts that came from you, okay? You might begin to hear some unfamiliar thoughts. And these thoughts are about how beautiful. They might talk about how beautiful and amazing you are. And they might talk about how important and loved and brilliant you are. And you may be really surprised to gradually realize that these messages you are getting are not from your human ego, but from your higher aspects. Okay? And your soul family, who do not judge you the way that you have judged yourself, the way that we have become accustomed to judging ourselves. All right? And they're saying this is a window in. This is a window to getting to understand who you truly are, because what they're expressing to you that may seem foreign to you is who you really are. It's how they really see you. Okay? And so that's a window in. Take that in. Embrace that fully. Begin to get comfortable. It may be uncomfortable at first. It could really be uncomfortable. I want to warn you. But it won't feel like ego the way what I'm saying seems like. That might seem like ego, but you will know it's not coming from you. You'll know. Open that heart to begin with. They wanted me to say that. Open that heart to begin with when you start this process, okay? Just a little activation there. Open your heart to begin with. Open your heart to begin with. Open your heart to begin with. Okay. Okay, so I hope that all of these messages make sense to you. They were all really excited about bringing this stuff to you. These messages, they're all through my body right now, lighting me up. Some of you, let me know if you feel any of this, coming through. It is an exciting time right now, whether it feels like it in any given moment or not, okay? I love you so much. Please take care of yourselves. I really want to say really quick before I forget, for those of you who email me again when I don't email you back right away and all of that, I love that. Thank you so much for doing that. If you reach out and email me or anything or book an appointment and you haven't heard back right away, oftentimes it's just I haven't gotten to maybe that particular email. But I love it when you just if you think about it yourself, because a lot of you are just like me, you may not think of it either. But if you think of it yourself, definitely email. Again, you're not bothering me. Please do that. Okay. I love you so much, soul family. Okay. Namaste. Talk to you soon. Namaste.